On the Spanish island of Tenerife, the woman tied herself to the wheel of a car with a plastic cable, trying to recreate a scene from the movie 50 Shades of Grey, writes the Daily Mirror.
I was trying to recreate a scene from the movie 50 Shades of Grey,
but the situation got out of control, admitted the woman. She added that she has no husband and lives by herself. Muse of the Orange Revolution, Yulia Tymoshenko goes to the polls with the legendary militancy, writes the French law crow.
And she's willing to risk everything to win.
In the Palace of Culture in the port city of the South, which it has already won, the former prime minister complains of a catastrophic economic situation, warns of possible voter fraud and condemns the enrichment of the president of Petro Poroshenko. These themes are creating a sensation in the South, but not enough to convince people outside the electoral base, writes the publication. Even her exit in the second round is not guaranteed through the constant popularity of the leader of the polls, comedian Vladimir Zelensky, and progressive return of the incumbent. Despite the incredible exposure, for which she was dubbed the gas princess, Tymoshenko is still perceived as the representative of the old system, the newspaper said. Even on the Maiden of Independence 2014, after Yanukovych's escape, the crowd welcomed her, ambiguous. However, a candidate with patience, rebuilding his political machine, and positioned themselves as the first opponent of Petro Poroshenko, the victory over which would look for her revenge, the paper concludes. After bromide of the present revolution in Ukraine is its small victories, writes the chief editor of The Public, Angelina Karyakina in the British Guardian. She cites the example of the enterprises of Zhytomyr residents for control of the local budget. Thanks to the new law on decentralization, they were able to build a local fire station, which the government has failed to give them over the years. It's an industrial city on the Azov Sea may one day become a hub of cultural initiatives, helping people overcome the trauma of conflict, the author writes.
And such examples already in short supply, adds Angelina. A group of veterans that had opened in Mariupol, the pizzeria, where the former soldiers become chefs and waiters. And recently, they have established a rugby team. International attention to Ukraine, confined to subjects of the Russian aggression, geopolitics, electoral races and fight against corruption, while ignoring equally important history, the author concludes. Citizens who take up the initiative, create new markets, to develop new infrastructure, and subsequently will determine the agenda of the nation, writes Angelina, and it is a success which we should appreciate. The organization's president Silvia Barquero said that Claude lived alone all these years. We hope that any animal will not have to go through such pain, citing her newspaper.